and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a brand new video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Amelia and I upload all kind of book content such as reading vlogs, reading wrap-ups and some lifestyle content now. So if you do enjoy that, you know what to do, subscribe. And if you are not new here, welcome back. Welcome back to me, my wonderful rambly self. For today's video, this is actually, I'm just going to point it out here, I am refilming the intro for this video because I had filmed the intro back in like July, August time when I started this video, which is the first clips of this video, the first book of this video was, all the clips are from August time. And then the other two clips are like from December, January time. Because I put it on hold after the first book and then I changed the books up, at least one of the books up, and I changed it to 3 books rather than 4. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to refilm the intro because it's just all going to be a little bit like, it was a while ago since I filmed the intro. So I thought I'd do a new one, but welcome back. This video, if you haven't covered by the title, is I am rereading some of my favourite books. So the books for this video, 2 of them I have read, one of them I'm currently in the middle of reading as I film the intro. The first one is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I remember loving this book in 2023 and I was like, I need to reread it, I need to know what happens. Again, I need to be back in this world because I miss it. And the good thing about this is when I picked this one up and when I pick up the other ones, I was going through a bit of a slump, so it's kind of helped me get out of a slump. So yeah, love this book. And you will see those clips at the first section, which is what I filmed in like August time, so just bear that in mind. I then read The Fine Print by Lauren Asher, and again I read this book in 2022, so that's quite a while ago and I don't remember what happened in it at that time. So you can see my journey of me rereading this book and falling in love with it again. And then we are rereading The Deal by Elle Kennedy, and again, don't remember what happens, but I'm sure I'm loving it as much as I love it as much as I did in 2023 when I first read it. So yeah, I do hope you enjoy this vlog. I'm very sorry about the sporadic amounts of clips because I know the clips like the videos look different. The clips will look different for Paul Thing than it will probably look for like the other ones. Like they're in the same room, so you're probably still gonna get the same vibe, but obviously it's different times, and I feel like there's different energies there, so I'm very sorry. But I do hope you enjoy this vlog, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up, please comment down below, please subscribe. Okay, we are now here, back to start the first book for this video. I'm very excited, and it's so hard when you know that when you already know you love the books so much, it makes it a lot harder to choose which one you want to read, because usually when I have a TBR, I know what's on the TBR, I go, what one am I most excited to read for, and I know what one I'm going to be excited to read. But I'm so excited to read all 4 books. How do I pick one up and choose one? So I actually went with Fourth Wing because I'm currently reading this chunky book. Let me show you. This chunky book, which I'm enjoying. It's basic at the moment, but I'm excited for it. So I felt like I haven't had fantasy for a while. I can't remember the last fantasy book I read. I think it was Powerful by Lauren Roberts, which is the novella to Powerless. And so I'm excited to start reading this one. And I did actually annotate the original book I had, the hardback, which is in my box over here. And I'm using the same tabs as I annotated that for this one, but I'm going to fully annotate this one again. And because I'll have different thoughts this time. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to decorate the front page now, I think. I needed a break from my computer anyway, so I'm kind of happy to be doing this. So I'm going to decorate this page, and then I'll do the tabbing system maybe on the other side. Done like the tabbing system and my front page, and I'm quite happy with it. It's simple but cute. I'm going to show you what I've done. So we have the cover page where I've written like a dragon without a rider is a tragedy, the famous quote, and a rider without a dragon is dead, and then I've put Andana, Taryn, Violet, Xaden, the quadrants, and just like little stars in 2 different colours. I thought it was simple, but it was cute, and it's just a little bit, just to make it look pretty, because I like prettiness. And then we've got my tabbing system here, what I'll be using, and because I will say now, I should say, this video is not going to be spoiler free. It is going to be spoilers. So if you've not read Fourth Wing yet, or any of the books I'm doing, so Fourth Wing, Magnolia Parks, Happy Place, or The Deal, then do not watch this video. If I remember, I'll put like timers in so you can click to the ones you have read if you want to watch that. But if you haven't read any of these books, don't watch this video because you're going to spoil. I've got a tabbing system, which is, first one was anything to do with the dragons, basically. Seagull, how do you say their name? Adana and Taran. The main 3 dragons. Cute Violet and Xaden moments. And annoying Dane and Jack moments. Sad moments. Tense moments, important. I might put something to do with happy as well here. But then the main ones I'm using important is like something like important facts of the book. Not gonna lie to you, we've just finally met Dane, as in like Dane, Violet's oldest friend, who I end up hating halfway through this book, and I'm not ready to even get there because he just annoys me. He annoys me from the moment he entered the book, and I remember why now. Literally as soon as he meets Rhiannon, and I think because I had a real connection to Rhiannon the moment in the other book when I first read the book as well, he just went, "Who the hell are you?" Like, I kind of get it, they have a firm way of acting, and like trust isn't always that you can give when you become a rider, and so I get it, he's like worried about his friend, but just like, I just don't like him. I don't like him. But yeah, we haven't got far into when I started reading. We're like 4 pages into chapter 3, but I am really enjoying being back in this world again, rereading this, because I did say last year when I read it for the first time, I need to reread it at some point, and the time has finally come, which is making me so happy because I really missed this book. But I know as soon as I finish this, I'm going to have to reread I Am Flame, but I'm probably going to do that in like December, because Onyx Storm, the 3rd book, comes out in January, so I'm probably going to do like a reread of I Am Flame around then. But yeah, I'm happy to be back in this world, and happy to be reading it from a paperback this time rather than a hardback, because yeah.
Gotten like a 4-star from me, so I am intrigued, and this one sounds almost horror thriller vibes, and
Okay, I'm sitting here reading Fourth Wing, and one thing I forgot is how much I don't like battle brief. Like, their battle brief, it just bores me, and this is the problem I'm having. It's like, I want to get to the action, and I'm sitting here reading about the battle brief, and I'm like, I don't want to read it. Okay, hello. It's update time. I'm now on chapter 9? No, chapter 8. I'm 17% of the way through Fourth Wing. I actually forgot about Violet and Xaden's first like proper conversation. Not like their first meeting and they had their first little brief conversation at the parapet. Their conversation when like Xaden is with a group of like people trying to help them, and they've got this obviously this secret group going on, which you hear about later on in the book. And they meet because Xaden, this is when she finds out Xaden's signet is shadows, and so that's how they meet. And then she has they have this whole conversation, and it's like he's basically told everyone that that he's going to handle her. It's up to him. He's going to kill her. And I'm like, yeah, sure he is. I even highlighted saying, he says, I told you already, the youngest Surrey girl is mine and I'll handle her when the time is right. I'm like, yeah, sure you will. Sure you will, Xaden. Because I know what's coming. Forgot how much I love Xaden and Violet's interactions, so this is making me very happy. We are now 30% of the way through this book and oh my god, I'm so happy. We have just got to threshing. I have to remember this is actually a spoiler vlog, so I can talk about it. But we are at the bit where Violet gets chosen by Taryn and Dana at threshing, and it's just a magical moment we've literally just had where Taryn tells her to get up and she's like, oh my god, I'm being chosen, and I'm like, yes, Violet, I'm so proud. I absolutely love this book. I keep forgetting how much I love this book. I've already annotated and tabbed so much. I will be honest, I have been reading this quite slowly. I literally love Rhiannon. She says this line, and I'm going to read it here. Dane lost his vote when he tried talking you into leaving. And I'm like, yes, girl. Exactly how I feel. Okay, I forgot this literally little moment happened with Taryn and Violet, where she goes, I'm sorry, I just didn't think I'd make it this far. And then he goes, I didn't think I would either. So we have that in common, and my heart just goes. I just love Taryn and Violet's like moments together. Always have, and I think I always will. It's just, I just love it. And even though Taryn is a dragon, I always feel like he's a human being with Violet, and I just love it so much. I can't, my heart. This book will still, I think, will be one of my favourite books to ever exist to this day. I'm on chapter 35. I have about I don't know if this is in the other book, but we have an bonus chapter for 2 exclusive chapters from Xaden's point of view. That's exciting. I don't mind skipping to the end because I know exactly what happens at the end. But I've got 4 more chapters left to read. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 more chapters left to read, sorry. But like I wouldn't say they're long-ish chapters. They're quite short. They're not like short. They're not like 3 pages long, but they are like, they're not too long. So because I remember reading it back in the day, as in last year. However, we have got past so many good things. We've got past the bit where like Xaden's on the parapet on the day of like their little celebration, and Violet goes to find him and tells Liam to go. First of all, I love Liam, and there is a quote that Xaden says to Violet. It goes, Liam will be here next year to make sure you're not going asinine, you're not doing asinine things. I don't know what that was. But I'm like, that's when hindsight is a bad thing, when you know what's going to happen at the end of the book and you know what happens to Liam, because it's actually heartbreaking to hear that. Yeah, they've got to the bit where is it Venom or is it what they're called? What are they called? Gryphons are here, like they're basically enemies, and Violet now finds out like Liam and everyone knew, and they're kind of being like, not plotting against her, but like, obviously not, but like, kind of like not telling her this and keeping her in secret, and so now she's like feels a bit betrayed, and so we get to that point of the reason why, and I am hoping that I will finish this tonight and I can give you an update tonight, my final read thoughts, because I already know it's going to be a 5-star still, because I still know it's a 5-star. You know when you have that feeling, that gut feeling inside that it's actually a 5-star? Yeah, that's what I have for this book right now. So I know it's still a 5-star, which is good. Okay, first of all, please avoid how atrocious I look. It is 5 to midnight, and I'm actually talking to you, but I have finished 4th Wing. I can't tell you how I feel. I cried so much. So obviously, as this is a spoiler vlog, I can tell you everything. First of all, I'm giving it a 5 stars again. There's no way in hell I'm not. Like, sorry, it's just amazing. I love it so much. So much happened in those last few chapters, with being secretive to Violet about with the Gryphon people, like working for the enemy and everything like that. And so she loses her trust in him and is like, I don't love you anymore, I loved you. Like, if we switched off that quickly, we all know it can't, and we all know she does. And then you have the whole, they're going to fight to save these people, and then Liam's dragon dies, and then Liam dies. I full on cried. I cried last year when I read it, but I was like, oh, okay, I won't cry this year. I know it's coming. Like, I'm not gonna cry. Oh my god, I cried again. I just couldn't. Well, I can't. And then after that, the whole when Zayden heard and found out he was like, no, I was like, I could just imagine it. My heart was feeling like it being ripped out of his chest. I just absolutely love this book, and it just, everything. And then that ending, like the last chapter, like when like Violet's been poisoned and like Zayden's at her side and she comes back, and at first she doesn't remember, so she's like kissing him like nothing's changed, and then she remembers and it's like, no, I'm not going to trust you, I don't trust you, nothing will ever happen between us again. And he's giving his whole speech of how like he loves her and stuff, and he will work for her trust. And yeah, and then a surprise ending. Are you ready for it? The surprise ending of when Brennan walks in, her brother, who she thought was dead for so long. I will be honest with you, I can't remember what happens in Iron Flame like fully. I do remember like the big points in the ending of Iron Flame. Like, the ending of it it sticks out to my mind, and I'm not ready for the third book because of what happened at the end. However, I do remember specifically the ending, and like majority of bits, but there's certain bits I don't remember, especially the beginning of the book. When I do my reread of that in December or early January time, I can't wait to do that, because I need to reread the second one so I can read the next one, what comes out in January. However, I love this book, everything about it. I love Violet, I love Zayden. I really wish Zayden was a real life person. Months after I started this video, we are picking it back up. We are rereading my favourite books. However, I am taking away Magnolia Parks. I don't think I'm emotionally ready to enter that world again. So I have taken that off the list, and instead I put in The Fine Print by Lauren Asher, because I read this in 2022. And I actually, to be fair, I read the first chapter yesterday and was like, oh, I want to be back in this world. Okay, I thought, I've only told you I was doing a reread of this book. I'm, according to my Kindle, 14% of the way through. I'm so happy I picked this back up, because I won't lie to you, I read this book back in 2022. I don't really remember this book at all. Like, if you asked me to remember what happened in this specific book, I'd be like, absolutely no clue. I have zero idea what happened in this book, which is really actually making it more fun to reread, because it's like I'm reading a new book again. But at the same point, I know I like it, so it's making me enjoy it, which is very good compared to False Wing. Like, although I was so happy to be back in that world when I reread it, I did remember everything that had happened, pretty much. So I kind of was like rereading everything I knew. This is like reading a new book, which is really good. And I'm so happy I picked this one up again, because I really wanted to be back in this world. I'm on chapter 8, and we've had the whole like Zara meets Rowan, and she then submits her design into them, but it's not really a design, it's like she's basically slating a very popular ride for Dreamland. And then Rowan picks her up and goes, you're going to join the creators, and that's where I'm at. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I won't lie to you, I did binge quite a bit at work, so I read from chapter 3 up to chapter 7. But yeah, I am thoroughly enjoying being back in this world, and yeah, and also look how cute my bookmark is. I love it. So yes. Okay, you're on a makeshift like pile of clothes, so I'm really sorry if you do fall. However, I have an update on this book. So, if you didn't know, we are rereading the fine print. I actually realised I did also read this for a video. I don't remember the video it was for. I remember reading it in a video I read Archer's voice, and I think Love and Other Words. I definitely read Archer's voice in the same video as this. I don't remember Love and Other Words, but I definitely read Archer's voice. But it was like in 2022, so it was a while ago. But I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I've literally just read a few chapters that I forgot what happened in those chapters. I forgot happened, and it's the kind of like thing I love in romance books when this kind of thing kind of happens, like when the man takes after the girl, and like I just love those things, like those parts of books. Like that's one of my favourite parts of a book when that is in it and it happens. I love it. So I literally was just in my element. I am now 80% of the way through. We've got 20% to go. So I don't see myself taking as long to finish it, like this weekend. So I'm feeling really good about this book. I'm really positive. I feel like last time I rated it 4.5 stars. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be around the same ballpark. I don't think it's going to be a 5-star. I don't know if it's going to be 4.75 or a 4.5 star, but I think if it stays at the same rate, it means that I did genuinely love it and I definitely did enjoy this book, because obviously it would be nice to know it stays at the same rating, but obviously if it goes down, it goes down. Hello! Okay, I guess I can tell you now, I have finished The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. My reread of The Fine Print, and honestly I can tell you it's still a 4.5 stars. I haven't upped it, I haven't lowered it. It sits at the same rating I rated it in 2022, which is now 3 years ago. I cannot tell you how much I love this book. Everything about it. I felt like I was reading it for the first time because I forgot what had happened in most of the book. I genuinely thought the third act breakup for them was something I think actually happens in Terms and Conditions. So clearly I had forgotten. I really enjoyed this book. In this book you're following Rowan and Zara. Rowan has been... The series follows 3 brothers, and but a billionaire series, hence the Dreamland Billionaires. 3 brothers, and their granddad dies and leaves them, basically in the will, leaves them a challenge to get their inheritance. Otherwise, if one of them fails it goes to their father, and none of them want the money to go to their father, so they are like working towards getting this. And this one follows Rowan, who his job was to be the director for 6 months of Dreamland, which is the theme park place that Hoyo's granddad ran and owned. And the best way to describe Dreamland is that it's like Disneyland. That's my best way to describe it. And I think everyone describes it like that. And Zara is this optimistic girl who wants to be a creator for Dreamland, and sends in a drunk proposal that gets her a job in the creators team. So I thoroughly enjoyed this book, and I thoroughly enjoyed the storyline. I thoroughly enjoyed being back in that world, and now I really want to reread the whole series, so keep an eye out for another one of these videos. Well, I'll probably end up rereading Terms and Conditions, but 4.5 stars. But that means we have moved on to the final book of this reread video, and that is The Deal by Elle Kennedy. I have picked this one up, and I'm already loving it. I'm on chapter 5 already. I'm 11% of the way through, and I won't lie to you, I don't fully remember what happens. I read this in 2023. I don't fully remember what happens, but I do know what happens, if that makes sense, because obviously I read like the last 2 books in 2024. Like I know roughly what happens, but remembering it all, it's taking a while for my memory to work. So I am enjoying it. I'm already like laughing out loud by it. I'm already smiling and giggling, so I think that is a good sign of knowing that this is going to be another great book. I gave this 5 stars and I loved it. And basically you're following a guy called Garrett Graham, who is a hockey player and is a big, well-known hockey player on campus in Briar U. And then you've got Hannah Wells, who is a singer and singer-songwriter. She does do like a philosophy on the side, like one of the credits. One of the minors or something at college, I'm not really sure. And basically Hannah aces the test and Garrett fails, and he's like basically going to be subbed because he's not doing well in his course, so he has to he's like trying to get Hannah to tutor him, and that's where we're at the moment, and I'm loving it. I'm loving this world. I'm loving being back here again. I thought I'd give you an update on the deal because I haven't actually updated you at all. So I don't think I've updated you since I told you I was starting this book. I started on the train, but like I'm about 43% of the way through. Like we're nearly halfway through the book, and I feel like I barely read because like I read on the train on Saturday. I then don't think I read anything on Sunday, and if I did, I don't remember. And then yesterday was Monday, I read on my lunch break, both my lunch breaks, and that was it. And then today I've read on my lunch breaks, and I made it to 43% because I just can't stop reading. I'm obsessed. So I feel like I can get this done in the next couple of days because I would like to finish this before I go away for the weekend so I can start a new book on the way to Nottingham. But yeah, I am very much enjoying this. I've told you what the story's about. I don't want to spoil it too much even though it's a reread because I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't read it, but I feel like majority of the world have read this book. I am thoroughly enjoying it, and I won't lie to you, I didn't remember what had happened. So it was quite nice. It is quite nice being back in that world because I forgot what had happened. And it's probably not sitting at a 5-star like it was. But it's definitely at like a higher, probably a 4.5, which I don't think is a bad rating at all. I think it's still a good rating for the book, and I love it. I'm loving it. So yeah. Also, I'm still obsessed with my hair, which is a good thing because obviously if I wasn't obsessed with it, that would be a bit bad. But yeah, I'm actually getting ready for rehearsals and packing to go away. But I thought I'd give you a quick update whilst I had the chance to. And I will probably speak to you when I finish the book now. Okay, my hair's a mess. Anyway, hello, we are back. We are ending this vlog finally. This vlog started in August 2024. It is now January 2025 when I am filming this clip. And I finished The Deal by Elle Kennedy. I finished this actually on Friday afternoon on the way to Nottingham, but obviously couldn't vlog because I didn't bring my camera with me because I was going away for the weekend. And I wasn't vlogging the weekend, I literally was just enjoying my birthday weekend with my best friend and her boyfriend, and it was lovely. It was a lovely weekend away. I'm now 29, no longer 28. I'm literally a year off now from being 30. 364 days and I'll be 30. Actually crazy. I really did enjoy reading this book again. I know this is not everyone's favourite, but I actually enjoyed it. I think it's my favourite of the whole series anyway, but I have knocked the rating down. So when I first read this, I rated it a 5-star. And so do you like my new mug from B&M? It's so cute. Anyway, I finished this book and like I said, I rated it a 4.5 stars. I didn't love it as much as when I first read it, but I think it's just there were certain parts I was like, I like it. After reading a few other hockey romances as well, I feel like this is a very good one, and it's a very good, like, if you're trying to get into sports romance and you've never read sports romance before, this is an easy one to go to, and I do love it. Again, the third act breakup wasn't, I forgot what it was until it got near the end, and I think I thought it was something completely different, and then when it got to it, I was like, oh, I remember now what happened. Which kind of then ruined that ending. I think that impacted. I think that's also what made me lower the rating. But I think that's because I reread it. You know, it's a reread. I know what happened, but yeah. So I'm really happy I finished this book. I gave it 4.5 stars, which means this video is now over. Finally, I reread Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros in this video, and that stayed at a 5-star. Loved rereading that book again. It was so good. I then reread The Fine Print by Lauren Asher, and I kept that at 4.5 stars. And then I reread The Deal by Elle Kennedy and I put that to 4.5 stars. So overall, it was a really good rereading some of my favourite books. And so I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Please comment down below. Please subscribe. And I will see you again very soon with another video.